Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Passioknit Kelsie and welcome to this very passionate vlog. Today we are working. We're working. First, I need to take some product photos just of these hats that I've been making over the last week or so. 6, 7, 8 hats that need to be taken photos of, listed on my website. Get ready for the October drop on the 25th. I also need to list that cardigan back there. And then I will put these all away so that I can focus on making more things for the drop. So, first thing on the agenda, let's do it. This is pretty much a classic put hat on mannequin head. Take a picture from the front, the side, the back, and then you're done. We could also take some flat lays, but it's not always necessary. The hats usually look better on the mannequin head anyway. Isn't that nice? Done. Now, guys, my last video was all about making hats, and trust me, I still want to be making hats, but I don't want to bore you. So I'm going to stay on that train of thought. I'll make some more hats later, but right now, why don't we make some scarves? At least one scarf. The last scarf that I made was green. It was knit. It was a seed stitch. It was long. It was delicious. It was squishy. It was so good. I loved it. But while I was making it, I'm pretty sure I was talking about how I prefer to knit scarves because they have just like a really nice drape. And recently I've been reminded that I actually have a scarf tutorial that is crochet on my own channel. And I haven't made one of those in a long time. Actually, literally just now, whenever I was putting the beanies away in the closet, I saw some yarn that I specifically bought to use to make another scarf from my tutorial. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that I bought that to make more scarf. So let's use it to make more scarf. This is Red Heart Roll With It Melange. It is indeed the yarn that I used in my crochet V-stitch scarf tutorial. I double-stranded it, although not the same color, just the same yarn. I believe I bought this whenever it was on kind of like a major sale or something. They only had this color. It was a long time ago. I can't remember exactly what website it was. It was definitely somewhere that I don't shop often, like maybe Office Supply or maybe Hirschner's. I'm not 100% sure. But I remember they were very cheap, and that's why I bought them. Probably because this color was either going out of the rotation, or maybe they actually made too much of it, or I don't know. They have reasons. This is the color Gossip. Really pretty blue, pink, purple kind of vibe going on here. So I'm going to make a scarf with it. I've had this for a long time. It's going to feel great to use it and make a scarf. Actually, I am going to have to go back and watch my own tutorial because I don't remember exactly how I made this in the first place. I mean, I know it's a V-stitch, but I don't remember what hook size or like the starting number or stuff like that. V-size, any yarn, any hook. It looks like I used a 8mm crochet hook. Very good. And, you know, scissors, tapestry needle. I'm going to pull from the center of each of these cakes, and we'll get started on our scarf. Okay guys, scarf began. I am just gonna be working on this. Do we think I can finish the whole thing tonight? A one-day scarf would be very cool because you know I like to make my scarves really long. The last one was knit, so it took forever. I think I made it over like 3 days. So a one-day scarf would be impressive. It's 5:30 right now. So this is probably gonna be the rest of our night right here.
이미 끝났어.
아니야.
이거 진짜 모르겠어.
대기합니다. 근데 다시 언니야.
1 hour update. It's actually going a lot faster than I was expecting. Yeah, could definitely be a 1-day scarf. Guys, hey. Last night, I worked on this scarf until I ran out of both of my cakes, actually. I could have done more. I'm also not exactly sure how long it is. I haven't tried it on yet, so we could be very close. It might need like a little bit more. I wanted it to be a 1-day scarf, and I could have done it. It could have been done, but I was having a lazy night. So I just stopped and I focused on my TV show. Let's take a look though, shall we? Actually, it is really close. Do we stop here? Do we? You know what? Yeah. I'm going to have to tie on more yarn anyway because I started the scarf with a row of single crochet. I must end the scarf with another row of single crochet, but I don't have enough yarn. So what we can do is tie on the new cake, right? And I'll do just a couple more rows of V-stitch, like 3, 4, and just a little bit longer, okay? And then I'll finish it off with the final row of single crochet and we can call it good on this scarf. Using this has reminded me how much I love this yarn. It's so soft and so nice, and the color variations go crazy. They go crazy.
I usually wait like an hour and then look at it, but I keep opening it up to look at my second channel.
Scarf complete. I'm gonna say this is technically a 1-day scarf, okay? Even though, yeah, I started it last night and had to finish it this morning. That was a me problem, not a project duration problem. It is pretty and beautiful, and it's stretchy. I think it's perfect. It squishes. Oh yeah. Oh yes. I'm not going to take a picture of this right now, just because I want to keep working. So I'm going to start making another project pile on my desk that we will need to take pictures of later. I wish I had more of this yarn. If I had a different color, I probably would make another scarf just like this. But I don't. Similar to a scarf, what we could do is make a cowl. Basically an infinity scarf, right? It's just a long tube that you put on and there you go. It's like scarf. Boom. You don't have to wrap, you don't have any ends. Yeah, you know? So, what kind of yarn shall we use for a cowl? I would like to knit, so I want something thick that will work up quick-ish. I have some options that would work, but we'd have to do a combination. This is what I'm thinking of specifically. Happy Place Apricity, but I only have 2 donuts of each color, and that's not going to be enough for an entire cowl, so maybe we can find 2 colors to combine. How do we feel about this? They're all green, although this one is leaning a little bit towards blue. Anyway, I have 2 light greens and 1 of the dark bluish green, turquoise. What color is this? All right, they don't have names. The question would be, how exactly am I gonna knit this up to combine these colors? I don't really want to do stripes. Do we think 2 would be enough? $15. What does that mean? 10 millimeter. That may be the best option. I don't know, do we risk it? Do we attempt to use just 2 donuts rather than combine these colors? Because I don't know how to do it in a pretty way. Generally on the cowl you need to be able to see the inside and the outside. So we can't have any kind of floats or anything like that. And I don't want to do stripes. So we could have a very short cowl. Oh well. You know what? I'm just gonna do these 2 and see how much I can knit until I run out of yarn. The recommended needle size is a 9. I want it to be a little bit looser, so I'm gonna use this 10. I don't have a bigger one. This is obviously meant for a hat, you know, but it's fine. I'll do a little swatch, very rare, and measure it and then see how many stitches I want to cast on. All right, BRB, gonna swatch. All right, I have 16 stitches for 6 inches. How long do we want it to be? This is 36. 6 times 6? That's good. Let's do 36 inches. So 16 times 6. I'll cast on 96 stitches.
Occasion was it's game night.
Yeah, that's what it made it sound like. I don't know, man. It's odd. The verdict, not the asshole.
I think it did end up being that they were all gaming online, but I think he only ordered food for himself.
Yeah.
I think that's what ended up happening.
Maybe he like ate with his friends. Like
I think they were like.
So, update. It looks all squished on these tiny circular needles. But anyway, I have just finished my first donut. So this is how long it is. And we're trying to squeeze 2 donuts in here. So the finished item would be double this. And I think that might be fine. I think it might be okay. Right now, this is 5 inches long. Double that, 10 inches. And having that like, just like squished up, hanging around your neck. It might just work out. It might just work out. I'm hoping. I'm also doing an interesting textured stitch. I'm not 100% sure what it's called, but you just do 1 by 1 ribbing for 3 rows and then you switch them for 3 rows. Go back and forth. It's working though. Get my second one. Just getting my donut ready. All right, guys, I have knit until I ran out of both donuts of yarn, and here's how it ended up. Very stretchy. Fun pattern. Now, this isn't like the fullest cowl you've ever seen, you know? But I'm gonna say it's not bad. So I'm gonna weave in my ends, both sides, call it good. And I think we should do one more scarf to round off this video, because the last video we made 3 hats. We've made 2 scarves so far. Let's just make 3 and call it good. What I'm thinking for the last scarf is that we actually find a scarf pattern to follow, which, as you can tell by the other 2, I don't do very often because scarves, in my mind, are just like rectangle. You can do whatever you want, just make a really long rectangle. But, you know, maybe if I search, it will open my eyes and I can find some fun scarves. Do they exist? I want to find out. And there we go, officially finished cowl. Pretty simple guy, although I do like the stitch pattern quite a bit. Very nice. Okay, let's get to searching for a scarf pattern. I guess I'm gonna start on Ravelry. Scarf. Oh boy, the Sophie scarf. You can't sell that though, can you? I don't even know. I don't even know. And I don't want to waste my time if I can't sell it. So, that was the first scarf that showed up though. Oh. There's a Granny Ripple scarf that looks interesting. Also, Granny Stitch, hello. All right, put that one in my favorites. Let's keep going. At what point does a scarf become a shawl, you know? Like some of these are definitely just shawls. Scarf for men. There are some good looking ones on here, but mainly the ones that are drawing my eye are knit and it's very small details. We don't have a lot of time today, so I think we may just go back to the first one that caught my eye, the Granny Ripple scarf. This is by Rafa Musa Designs. I'm going to buy. Okay, it's 12 pages. That's wild. All right, well, the main attraction of this pattern seems to be the different color blocking. It really brings out the zigzag of the stitch pattern. So we need to pick out some colors to put together, of course. Oh, the pattern is so long because it has lots of variations. Okay, let's get some colors. Okay, I will use the same colors as my cardigan. Sue me. But what if we add another one? Because in the pattern it uses 4 colors. This right here is 3 colors, obviously. But staying on the fall theme, what if we added a mustard color? I don't know. Or maybe this brown. Okay, well, out of these 2 options, this one looks better. How about this color palette here? This is good. These are actually not far off from the colors that they use in the pattern. They have a green, they have a cream, and then they have a yellow, and then they have a red. So, similar vibe going on. Let's see, what do we need? 4mm needle? No, I'm not doing that. Okay, I guess I will use whatever I want. It might just be a gigantic scarf, which I'm totally fine with. Blanket scarf, anyone? Hello? I'm gonna use a 5.5. And we get started. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now guys, since this is a crochet scarf, I am once again hoping that this will be a quick project. I don't think it's going to be as fast as the V-stitch scarf that we made in the beginning, because that one is using a thicker yarn and a 9 or 8mm hook. This one, smaller yarn, smaller hook, but still crochet, so faster than knitting. Row 1. Row 2. So we're doing the zigs and we're doing the zags. This is quite easy, really. We just are gonna repeat this row for the entire scarf. The pattern recommends to do 8 rows of each color, and I'm guessing I can make it as long as I want. Although it says to do 120 rows, Yeah, but it's a scarf. You can make it as long as you want. So that is what we'll do. I'm gonna find something to watch and just crochet away.
She texts you back. She's like, I am talking to you. Yeah. Right? It's not like I'm going to send you a message and I'll get back. You'll get back to me with a message and I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're having a dialogue right
Yeah,
now.
texting Spencer is like walking in a hallway going, huh.
Exactly.
What do you
It's
think
like,
about over there?
quick joke.
And walk.
No,
But like her, it's
I agree, and I was thinking about this, and this, I've decided in the past, like, month, I've gotten, like, into wine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm, like, just, like, not, like, super into it, but I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try to, like, figure out, like, wine.
It's actually kind of sweet. Like,
If I
I'm
like
getting into football and you're getting into wine.
Hey, we're completely trading,
Kind of
we're
getting
trading our
closer,
vibes.
but-
No, I was just at a shop once, and I was like, you know what, like, I'll buy a bottle of wine and, like, try great movies. Like, House Party's my favorite movie.
It is?
You're thinking of Sausage Party.
I've never
bro.
seen It's Sausage Party
You're
in the
thinking
great.
of-
It's Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
I've heard it's
It's
great.
fucking great.
People say I run like the police officer.
Mr. T.
Probably. A Tinky Winky onesie for the baby.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
still sad. Courtney and I bought that blind box of the Teletubbies,
And you're saying you got mine and not hers?
Bo. And I am sad that I
And I am sad.
I'm okay. Can I be kind of vulnerable? No, I was glad that we got one of them. I said this to you because we were with Keith, and I was like,
2 episodes ago or whatever, he goes, got your gift. And now you're going,
Unser Munchen, 22,000 plus episodes from a German show
One Piece.
that's been going on since 1959. And oh God. We're gonna have Angela watch all of One Piece, and that's gonna be.
That would be so fun. Have you seen any anime?
And now I'm like itching to go to karaoke. I'm like, everybody I meet, I'm like trying to suss out if they would be into doing karaoke with me. So,
have you ever gone into one of those little tiny rooms? Those little Japanese karaoke booths?
yeah, I was gonna say it's very different in Japan. The music is so loud in my ears right now. I'm sorry to the listeners. But,
Okay, guys, scarf update. I've gone through all of my colors. Here is what it looks like. It doesn't really want to be flat. It's kind of wavy. You see it? Yeah, I don't like that. Don't like that at all. If I have to block this thing, ugh. Also, the beginning chain, curls. It's curly. That sucks. I don't want to block. I don't block. No thank you. Well, anyway, it's going okay. I'm going to have to weave in all of these ends for the color changes, which sucks, but it's all right. We're going to move on, continue. I'm going to keep going with our chevrons, our zigs, and our zags.
But I would love to get my.
All right. Here's the scarf. This did take me quite a while. It's late now. It is 11:35. I've been working on this nonstop. I did get on a Discord call with my friends, which was fun. And I was not distracted at all. You know, I got a lot of work done. Look at my scarf. Although, haven't weaved in my ends, which is fine. It's pretty long, if I do say so myself. So, I will say this can be considered a one-day scarf if you're quick with it. Also, if you want to count the fact that I will have to weave in my ends tomorrow. But that's a problem for tomorrow me. Right now me is going to go to bed. All right, team. I'm back, ready to weave in my ends, and then we will have all of our scarves done. I've been kind of debating putting like a single crochet border all around the edges on this. I just don't know. I don't know. Because which color would I do? One of the colors, it would blend in. But it would be really nice because I could cover all these ends easily. Dilemmas. Today I have been preparing somewhat because I'm having some visitors tomorrow. A couple of my online crochet friends are going to come visit me. Definitely people that you've seen before. out and about and around. First, we have Mags from Mags Makes. We have my good friend Brooke from 1/3 Crochet. And lastly, we have Aiden from Aiden Wells Crochet. They're just going to come over. They're going to stay for a few days. We're all going to hang. We're going to make some crochet videos, vlogs. I don't know. Nothing crazy, but they're going to be here. It's going to be fun. So I'm excited. Although I'm nervous. I am cleaning things that, probably don't necessarily need to be cleaned. Earlier, I swept my garage. Just the necessary stuff, obviously. But I'll be picking them up from the airport tomorrow night. So technically I have tomorrow morning to square everything away. Make sure we're all good. It's fine. I'm fine. We'll be fine. Okay guys, scarf's done. Let's do a little recap of everything we finished. Here we have scarf number 3, our granny stitch chevron scarf, zigzags, very fun. The only cons that I'm seeing is that it's wavy. Don't love that. I'm hoping that it'll wash out, block out maybe. This one is still pretty long, but it's not as long as I usually make my scarves. See it? You see it down here? It's about thigh level. You could do one throw over your shoulder. I don't know if you could do a wrap. Well, I guess you could, but it makes it quite short. The colors are fun. It's very fall. Yeah, it's just like an interesting. I feel like if you wore this, it would be kind of the centerpiece of your outfit, Scarf number 3. Now, scarf number 2, technically a cowl. This one didn't take very long. We used 2 donuts, so it's not like super big. I feel like normally I would just make it like a couple inches longer. But anyway, here it is. It's very simple. The yarn is super light for how chunky it is. So, this is just something you could throw on, maybe like under your coat or something, and go have brunch with your gals. It's good. It's got a nice texture. It's very simple, clean, lovely. Scarf number 2. Last, well, technically first, but not least, we have this V-stitch double crochet scarf. This is the longest one. You can do a double wrap and still have a good amount of length at the bottom, which is my personal favorite. I like that. It has a beautiful color gradient. You could go over the shoulder as well if you want. And one of my favorite scarf techniques is fold in half around the neck and pull it through. Classic. Looks great. Can't go wrong. And that, my friends, is all of our scarves for today's video. 2 of which I made up. And this one I did buy a pattern for, but honestly, I don't really think that it is necessary. Unless you want like some kind of crazy, fun, interesting looking scarf, you don't really need a pattern. I really could have just done a granny stitch chevron pattern and make a really long rectangle, because that's all it is. Scarves are super easy. It's one of my favorite things to suggest to beginners. And that is all. We have 3 new scarves for the October drop. I think we did a good job. My favorite is this one. I'm a little biased. This is my pattern. It's not a pattern, it's a tutorial. And I really like the colors. And it's really long. Let me know down in the comments which one of these is your favorite. Also, let me know if you have a favorite scarf pattern. Maybe I just haven't unlocked scarf patterns, good ones. I don't know. Change my mind. That's all. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!